When it comes to cooking measurement conversions, there are several things to keep in mind that I'm going to share with you in this quick video. This reference has been provided to you in the learning unit. There might be additional references that we will provide throughout the course. This is just a starting place. If you find a reference that you like better, use that one. But you need to really commit to memory a few key conversion rules, which are rules of math, as you adjust the quantity of servings that a recipe provides. So let's get started. The rule of threes. 1 tablespoon is the equivalent of 3 teaspoons. With tablespoons and teaspoons, you want to take your time when reading the list of ingredients and make sure it's talking about tablespoons or teaspoons. That's a really common error we make when we're learning how to cook. So if you're not super comfortable with the fact that a recipe doesn't typically call for a tablespoon of salt, slow down, read it twice, make sure it's referring to either a teaspoon or a tablespoon. Sometimes these abbreviations are used, TBSP for tablespoon, TSP for teaspoon, or a capital T for tablespoon and a lowercase t for teaspoon. Did I say that right? A capital T for tablespoon and a lowercase t for teaspoon. But a rule of threes. So if something is asking for 9 teaspoons, we divide that by 3 and see, oh, it's 3 tablespoons. We have the greatest accuracy if we use the measuring spoon or the measuring cup that is the summary of the quantity of food that we need, the quantity of the ingredient. So instead of measuring, in that case, 9 teaspoons, we would just measure 9 tablespoons. So the accuracy when we prepare food is important, when we prepare a recipe, but also when we're sizing recipes up or down. If we know a starting recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, but it only makes 4 musubis, and we need to have 12, then we know we need to have 3 tablespoons of soy sauce in our sauce to cook over our Spam. Okay, rule of 16. 1 cup is 16 tablespoons. Remember that. It just is 16 tablespoons. So if you need to size a recipe down, 1/2 of a cup is 8 tablespoons. 1/4 cup is 4 tablespoons. Another important 16 is that 1 pound equals 16 ounces. We just need to know that as we're sizing ingredients up and down. The rule of 8s. 1 cup of fluid is 8 ounces. So if something calls for 1/2 cup of fluid, we know that's 4 ounces. And we should be using a liquid measuring cup to measure liquids and a dry measuring cup to measure dry ingredients. When we're working with recipes, we also need to work with decimals. It's a more concise way to list the ingredients. That 3/4 equals 0.75, 1/2 is 0.5, 1/4 is 0.25, and 1/3 is 0.33. These rules that I've shared with you, and ultimately this conversion, the main conversions, if you know the rule of threes, 1 tablespoon equals 3 teaspoons. The rule of 16, 1 cup is 16 tablespoons. And the rule of 8s, that 1 cup of fluid is 8 ounces. That's going to help you tremendously with the recipe conversion process. These, for the dietetics and nutrition students in this course, will absolutely be on the RDN exam. So that's the kind of thing that you need to make a note of now to continue using throughout your courses in dietetics and nutrition, and certainly in culinary arts, but to help you from the get-go start learning these cooking measurement conversions if you don't already know them from your cooking experience. Please let us know if you have questions. Happy cooking!